Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live. Sexy at 6. Obviously live rhymes with 5, but we're not really live at 5. Now we're sexy at 6 today. Sorry about that, but it is a weekend. Yeah, there's so much stuff to do and so much to catch up on. I was just running a bit late today, but I hope you don't mind. I do put a lot of effort into this. You know, I'm always researching stuff. There's always stuff to do. Shout out to Diddy World and Orange Kicks in the house already. Orange Kick says, yeah, another wild day in crypto. Never boring. Never a dull moment. Absolutely never a dull moment. So first things first, let's find out what old Mr. Fox is up to. Right, so the pinned tweet is now BSV prepared for Fox speed. I'm loving this Fox stuff. He said, when you move, I watch. When you sleep, I move. And up. And I look at this. It cracks me up. I love this space. Like the humour in it just absolutely has me in stitches. I've never laughed so much in all my life since I've been involved with Bitcoin, honestly. But well, the BSV crowd, to be honest with you. Whole BSV space is just absolutely it's just teeming with intelligence, creativity, initiative, intellect. I love it. So thanks to all my people keeping me updated with everything that is going on. This was Nom Nom keeping me updated with all his stuff from the Fox himself. So in order, as I don't need dollar. I'm going to change the world. That is it. To the next one, which was, if you knew who again, we went through this the other day. If you knew who I was, you would 1, shit your pants. 2, go buy as much BSV, Bitcoin SV as possible. Attempt to clean up in that order. Let that sink in. I am the Night Fox. All these collected here. I will be selling all of my BTC and moving to BSV. That was on April 16th, 2 days ago. If you don't know, you won't know. This is my final warning. I am the Night Fox. Oh dear. I don't need dollar. I don't need fame. I am the Night Fox. Watch and learn. I mean, you know who this sounds like. We all know who this sounds like. I love it. I'm about to disrupt the entire world and you don't even know who I am, Kathy Wood. Watch and learn. I move markets. I am the catalyst. I am the Night Fox. Meeting with Elon Musk today to discuss BSV. It's funny even if it's not true. If you're not spending pennies for pennies, you're not using Bitcoin. So, I mean, again, pennies, that's UK, you know. Somebody based in the UK there. Brian Armstrong, you have until the 15th of May to reinstate Bitcoin, BSV on Coinbase. Wow. So, yeah, that's basically just under a month. Final warning before legal action. Oh, come on. I'm okay with competition, Brian. Put it back or I will take it all down. Sincerely, the Night Fox. And this last one that Norm sent me, he said, if CNBC's Fast Money will allow myself to debate Pomplano, Kevin O'Leary, Michael Saylor on BSV versus BTC live on air for 30 minutes, I will donate $250,000 to a charity of Melissa Lee's CNBC's choice. Oh, I know who Melissa is, yeah. Just recognised her. Oh, I couldn't think who that was the other day. She's like Chinese American. Yes, Lee, CNBC. She covers all the crypto stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't think who it was the other day. Yeah. Yep. We know the one. Got it. There we go. You have until the 21st of April. So what we're now 18th. So that's 3 days. Are you scared of the Night Fox? You should be. Trolling. Oh dear. It cracks me up. Honestly, I love it. So let's get back on with some gossip. So obviously the big talk of the town at the moment is this Hashrate incident. Honestly, shitcoiners absolutely shitting themselves over this. Hashrate doesn't mean jack shit. Like, so what if 40% of the hash rate went offline because something happened in China that shut them down? It just means that all the other miners pick it up. They're just like, well, hey, quid's in. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that payments won't be. It doesn't mean that transactions won't be processed. It just means that these miners who shut down are now losing out on the block reward and transaction fees. That's all it means. Like, literally, I mean, it is an indication of the strength of the network. But I mean, the network is so big right now. It's had like 10 years worth of growth. Okay, like 40% might be in China, but that leaves 60% around the rest of the world. Which is huge. I mean, Bitcoin uses more electricity than some European countries. I can't remember which country it was, but they mentioned. But it's huge. It's not going to affect the network at all. All it's going to do is make more miners richer than others because they've turned their hash rate off. That is it. None of this 51% attack bollocks. You either follow the protocol or you're not. And if you don't follow the protocol, you split the chain. And when you split the chain, you can, if people don't want to use that new coin that you've created, which will be a shitcoin, but obviously, you can socially engineer people to use your shitcoin like Blockstream have done by stealing the ticker symbol. But, shitcoiners are shit for brains. They're just going to learn the hard way. That's it. I mean, it's so obvious. BTC does nothing, and they're telling people it does nothing, and they're telling people that you're not meant to use it. It's so stupid. But let's have a look at this. Thank you, Matty Ray, for sending this through to me. Bitcoin's hash rate plunges due to incident closing mining farms. Again, they're saying, this is to do with the, this triggered the crash in the price. I don't know if it did. I mean, they were blaming like Vinnie Lingham's tweet for doing the rounds because the hash rate went down. But I mean, it makes no difference. I mean, all it is potentially a buying opportunity. If fools are selling, I do not sell. I only buy. If there's an opportunity like this, I will just simply buy more. That is it. Which is what I actually did earlier. So yeah, happy with that. Bitcoin hash rate has fallen by about 40%. from more than 180 petahashes a second to about 105 petahashes per second. See, look, I mean, the network is still operating 105 petahashes per second. Like, so what? You know, all these shitcoiners are going, oh, you know, we like Bitcoin because it's meant to be decentralized and 40% of the mining is in China and that's why the price has gone down. Like, no. The market might have got spooked because there's shitcoiners who don't understand what Bitcoin is. You know, but that is it. And then you've got, you know, shitcoiners bring the rest of the market down. But hold on one second. Let's just have a look at this shitcoin market. Look at CoinCrap to see what has happened. So yeah, it's leveled off a little bit there. Let's see if it's correlated. Let's see if CoolCoin is correlated to a Bitcoin. Here we go. What's happened here? See, I mean, it's not been. I mean, look, it's not been as sharp a decline as CoolCoin. But I mean, look, you know, CoolCoin literally just fell off a cliff. You know, very different to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was just sort of like going down. CoolCoin just fell off a cliff about there. Yeah, so that's Bitcoin's down sort of 14%. CoolCoin's down 8%, but obviously you've got a larger market cap. So people are just like, oh wow, you know, it's wiped almost, you know, however many billion. What? 100? Is it 100 billion? 100 billion off the market. Bearing in mind 1,000 billion is a trillion. You know, so it's like 1.9. You know, it doesn't make any difference. Literally, it makes no difference whatsoever. But they're going, that's caused some volatility in the block times, and it will take almost 2 hours to find a block between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Euro time. Again, we're talking about CoolCoin here. It's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. This would never happen on Bitcoin. Just wouldn't. Block times now seem to have returned somewhat to normal, but there was still a gap of about 1 hour to find a block around 7 a.m. Euro time. Like, so what if it took like an hour to find a block? That's nothing compared to how long people have to wait to have their transactions confirmed, because it's a complete shit show. Like, honestly, they're like, oh, it's taken an hour to find a block. So what? Some other poor bloke had to wait 10 days, you know, for his transaction to be confirmed. It's insane. You know, these shitcoiners we're getting in a flap about completely the wrong things here. You know, it's hilarious, really, but stupid people, you know. Stupid people do get in a flap about stupid things. You know what? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I heard somebody say the other day. You know, play stupid games like trading or buying BTC, you know, get stupid prizes like losing all your money. As can be seen above, there were no blocks between 11 hours ago and 9 hours ago. And in addition, there was also a gap between 5 hours ago and 4 hours ago. Who cares? Who gives a shit? This is expected behavior following a sudden fall in the hash rate, with the difficulty having just adjusted on Friday. It will thus take Bitcoin network about 2 weeks to readjust the difficulty and so bring block times within the usual 10 minutes. Until then, blocks may sometimes take longer than usual. Again, this was the hash rate drop that I mentioned in the chart show early this morning. By the way, numbers in chart shows are going up. Let's have a quick looky at that. You know, again, I changed the thumbnail there, trying to draw attention to it, but I don't really want too much attention, to be honest with you. If people are interested in my show, they will just simply watch it. I'm not like advertising, you know, for people to watch my show. Yeah, they will just naturally find it if they're interested in the genuine Bitcoin, really. So, you know, I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I love it. You know, that is it. And also, I'm fully behind Bitcoin. You know, and just watch the improvements it's going to make to the world. Like literally everything. All evil starts with fiat currency. Well, look at this. Look, celebrations here. Apps ranking by views. Records broken yet again. Look at that. Look at that. Huge hash rate drop. You know, clickbait. Fell for it big time. Look at that. So 113 views in 5 hours. I mean, you know, that's in 5 hours, so it might continue to grow after that. But Records are being broken, people. People are coming in. People are seeing Bitcoin for what it really is. You know, and then they're watching my Douchebags of Bitcoin series. Of which I'm sure there'll be so much more coming soon. Yeah, honestly, I love it. I love it. Oh, well, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see those celebrations one more time. Check it out. Refresh this page. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. It's the little things in life. Oh dear. Love it. Love it. Love it. So what happened exactly is not too clear, but according to local media, a sudden flooding accident caused underground power outages and communication interruptions in Xinjiang, which affected the Bitcoin mining industry. The remote mountainous region of Xinjiang is one of the main mining provinces in China, with this accident on April 16th causing a large-scale blackout. According to a rough translation, Mars Cloud Mining issued an announcement stating, due to large-scale safety accident in the Hut Ubi. I was going to say Hut Booby. Hut Ubi coal mine in Xinjiang at the request of Zundong Management Committee of the Autonomous Region Government. All mines in the Hundong area need to be processed for power outages and cooperate with safety. Check to eliminate potential safety hazards. Some cooperative mining farms for Mars Cloud Mine are located in the Zhejiang area. Affected by this safety accident, Mars Cloud Mine has successively received power outages. Successively received power outages. Notices from the mines at 3 o'clock on April 16th. Let's have a look. So this is petahashes, F2 pool. I'm not sure. I thought I didn't think F2 pool was in. Maybe it's the owner of the F2 pool mining that said he was never going to go back to China. I thought he might have moved his actual mining equipment. Maybe not. Well, maybe that wasn't affected. Maybe that's because he's not in China. Maybe it's more some of these down the bottom. Maybe. Alright. Authorities therefore apparently conducted Dragnet-style safety production inspections of mining farms in the Xinjiang Big Data Center, currently closed temporarily. What exactly happened is currently unclear, with some Western media describing it as an explosion, while local media say there was a flood that at this coal mine, which has now led to safety inspection, temporary closure of Bitcoin miners. Floods in China are a yearly event, but they happen in July. Last year, Bitcoin's hash rate fell following a flood in Sichuan, the main Bitcoin mining province in China. In 2019, a flood again in July destroyed hundreds of GPUs and ASICs. There have not previously been any reported floods in April, with the rainy season being a few months from now, making this April's hash fall a first, but a very temporary one, as difficulty will adjust, with Bitcoin experiencing numerous such hash falls previously. Where current miners are concerned, there isn't much of a difference, as they still receive a Bitcoin as they did when Xinjiang miners were on. The latter obviously are at a loss, as they're not mining, but they won't have any extra electricity costs either. Once difficulty adjusts, the profits of current miners double, presuming the Xinjiang miners aren't back on by that time. In that case, turning on old mining gear would become profitable. This may, in addition, expedite the distribution of Bitcoin mining, which is taking more and more of a hold in America and Europe, in part thanks to many of these Western miners listing on the stock market. The only difference, therefore, is some variation in block times, with confirmations of an hour or two now to be expected on some occasions, but 10-minute blocks seem to still be the common state of affairs. There we go. So now, I mean, I've seen shitcoiners speculating on this. You know, honestly, it's really quite funny. Literally, they don't have a clue. I really do find it uncomfortable, like listening to these shitcoiners when I'm just like, you know, I'm listening to you, which means other people are listening to you, which means you have a responsibility, a duty of care to do your due diligence to make sure you're not talking shit. Like, honestly, like, all you've got to do is go through and do your proper research on these coins. And in fact, I've done the research for these goons. So let me just show you what I mean by research, and you will have seen this before. Let me just find this image for you. This is the one. Oh, got it. That's what I'm looking for. You've all seen this. Look, this is it. This is all the research you've got to do. Like seriously. You know? Look, proof of work, proof of stake, delegated proof of stake, ERC20 tokens, which make up more than 99.9% of the market, utter pieces of crap, you know, and pre-mine, complete and utter crap, you know, and then let's say, you know, you want to do like a little bit more research, you know, let's say, for example, we will go on to BitInfo charts. And look, I mean, look at this. Look, transactions. This is the entire shit show here. The entire shit show. So even if you want to narrow down the coins that you're going to investigate, you look at Ethereum, you look at XRP, and then you look at like how many more? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 10 coins on there. That's all you've got to do. You just research these 10 coins because they're the only ones worth looking at. You know, understand that they're absolute pieces of dog shit, and that is it. You know, and they haven't figured this out yet. Like, how dumb have you got to be? You know, it really doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't take a lot. So yeah. I just wanted to have a quick look at this article here by James Belding, where he said, I just published real security tokens are here. So this is a LinkedIn Medium article. Check it out. Here we go. Real security tokens are here. So real security tokens, and real security tokens are not anything that you see here. These are not security tokens. This is a real shit show that's actually expanding on the Bitcoin network. But whoever's doing this is going to be, you know, they're going to be held responsible. You know, I suppose it's up to them to do their due diligence. But I'm telling you, none of these coins here should be bought. None of them should be sold. They certainly shouldn't be traded because they are illegal security offerings. They are not real security tokens, and they're not NFTs either. People are buying these with the expectation of profit and trading them. It's a shit show. Like, stay away from it. Stay away from it, seriously. But let's have a look at this. So the recent news of Exodus Movement Incorporated receiving notice that the Securities and Exchange Commission has qualified its offering of common stock under Regulation A+. Is a very important milestone to the road towards distributed ledgers becoming the backbone of our global financial system and transforming the financial risk of private securities. Alright, so what's this? As filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission on February 26, 2021, Part 2, information required in offering a circular, preliminary offering circular date, February 26th, Exodus Movement Incorporated, 2,733,229 shares of Class A common stock. Okay, so this Exodus Movement Incorporated, a Delaware corporation, is offering up to shares of Class A common stock and the selling of shares. Okay. All right. Well, you know. Okay. Let's go through this then. Key details: Exodus Movement Incorporated is offering security tokens representing a common stock A class in exchange for up to $75 million USD in cash at $27.42 per share. This is the first blockchain-based token to be issued using Regulation A+ exemption, and importantly, it means the SEC has approved of the method stroke concept. So that's a blockchain-based token. Blockchain-based token. Retail investors are allowed to invest alongside accredited investors. The minimum investment is 1 share. A transfer agent securitized is used to verify investor identities and link those identities to addresses that control the tokens. Their records are the source of truth, not the blockchain. However, the common stock tokens are created, held, distributed, maintained, and deleted by the transfer agent. Therefore, the transfer agent may use the blockchain as its source of truth. Smart contracts are used to enforce some of the compliance-related transfer restrictions. This should bring about significant efficiencies in the management of shareholders. The only accepted forms of cash are USDC. Really? Bitcoin and Ethereum? That's Corecoin. Oh my god. Are you shitting me? Look at the... USDC might be alright. But, Corecoin and Ethereum... Imagine giving you're effectively if somebody's paying you, in Corecoin and Ethereum, and Corecoin and Ethereum go to zero, you've basically given away your shares for free, which means your cash balance is going to significantly deplete, and you won't be able to use any of the money that you've raised. Oh dear. Oh dear. The shares on offer of effectively no voting rights. Exodus intends to make the shares available for secondary trading on any ATS, including ATSs with automatic matching of buy and sell orders. T0 is mentioned by name as the ATS that they've intended to make the shares available on for US residents. Arizona, Florida, and Texas. I don't know what ATS stands for. Arizona, Florida, and Texas are excluded from the offering, as are residents of those states, as well as residents outside of the United States. They also, in conjunction, intend to directly list the Class A common stock on the Merge J exchange in the Republic of the Seychelles. Trading of the Class A common stock on MERJ exchange will be limited to non-US persons located outside of the US. At the time of writing, Exodus claims to have sold 80% of the shares on offer. No restrictions have been placed on which distributed ledger blockchain network the tokens can be recorded to. Well, if it's not on BSV, they're going to be in trouble. Like, seriously. The shares will be viewable on Exodus Wallet. The technical details are not clear for the key management plans, at least long term. Well, I mean, this is the shit show, right? So they can't host these on BTC because you can't do anything on BTC. The block sizes are so small. Any movement on it would take weeks sometimes. And the transfer fee is huge. You've got the same issue on Ethereum. The fees of making any movements or anything like that are huge. They're centralized as well. You're not really going to use Bcrash, due to the fact that, well, one, it's centralized because they keep changing the protocol. They keep tampering with it. Having governance, which means it's centralized. So you're not going to use that. They really don't have too many options. Well, like EOS, but EOS is delegated proof of stake. It's centralized. It's such a shit show. They can only if they're not on BSV, they're going to have real problems here. My takes. This is James's personal take, by the sounds of it. This is a big moment for the digital assets, distributed ledger technology, blockchain industry, because it signals that the risks associated with the use of technology for the record-keeping functions associated with owning and trading digital security tokens have been considered. And that method to manage those risks have been proposed and accepted by the SEC. I guess it's because the SEC still don't really know what they're doing, and they're listening to so-called experts like Vitalik Buterin and Anthony Pompilano without having any clue that actually both Vitalik and Anthony Pompilano are talking shit. I expect regulators around the world will be watching carefully, and I believe they will follow suit within the next few years. This private placement can be thought of as a mini IPO, but with significantly less friction and cost. The listing of unregistered security tokens on electronic exchanges with automated matching of buy and sell orders has the potential to increase liquidity and therefore reduce the liquidity risk premiums of private securities, and maybe even significantly so. If this happens, then investment in private markets and alternative investment products may become even more attractive to investors. There may also be new opportunities to leverage software in the management of investment portfolios that can make capital allocation much more efficient. This news is also very important for retail investors who, until now, have had fairly limited access to investing in the opportunities that have yielded the biggest returns over the last few decades. It will be interesting to see how the quality of the investment opportunities compare to traditional private placements, especially over time as the markets mature. We at Tokenized are very excited by this development, and we would like to extend a huge congratulations to Exodus and Securitize for this impressive milestone. See, look at that. Isn't that nice? You know, a BSVer genuinely offering them his congratulations, even if they don't use, you know, the BSV ledger, because we know eventually they will. So a milestone for them is a milestone for us. It's huge, you know. Really, really good to see that. Great to see that. Right, I have been going for 30 minutes. That'll do to wrap up the show. Let's see if there's any other. Should we leave that picture there? Oh, I know what image we'll have up for. There we go, for Ding in of Zedong. There we go. We'll have this one up there. Loving that. Shout out to people in the chat box. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed that. Diddy Weldon, Orange Kicks, Matty Ray, Griggs BSV, Raven Shield in there as well. Purple Warrior, thanks Amanda, good for popping in. Matty Ray, Aaron Gootsville. What's this? Burrow Botto, 1245. Want to become famous by buying followers? No. If I wanted to be famous, I wouldn't block everybody, would I? Oh dear, cracks me up. Yeah, good. And Arcade Rob in there as well. Great stuff. Right, peeps, put your handles and paymails in the chat box. Let's do this. Rock and roll. Here we go. Just opening up my hand cash. Got it. Sending and the first one. So I'll start from the bottom. Orange Kicks, nice one. Thank you very much. Everyone else put yours in there too. There we go. That's Orange Kicks. Duro's on the way. There we go. Swiping to send. Got it. There we go. I'll do the ones I know. Aaron, I remember yours. Yep. Aaron G. Got it. Duro on the way to Yao. Raven Shield. Zelda Disc Dark. Here we go. That should come up when I put in the first three letters. Yep. Got it. Laughing that. Swiping to send. Here we go. Arcade Rob, is that Spike or Pike, is it? P-I-K-E. Nothing's registered. Can't remember what yours is, Arcade Rob. You have to put it in there for me. Oh, Pikes. Right, it's got an S on the end. Oops, hold on. Pikes, yep, that's registered. Excellent. Swiping to send, on the way. And Amanda, you'll have to put yours in there. I can't remember what your handle is on Handcash. KP Dad in there as well. KP Dad 72 on the way to Yao. There we go. Swiping to send. There we go. Just moving up the list. Matty Ray, haven't had yours yet. Can't remember what it is. Griggs. See you in there. G-R-I-G. Yep, got it. Swiping to send on the way. And Diddy, not Duddy. Here we go. D-I-D. That's the one. Duro on the way. Great stuff. There we go. Any others? Any others in there? Have I missed anybody? Amanda, you need to put yours in there. I can't remember what your Handcash handle is or was, if you've got one. You need a pay mail, that'll do anyway. Yeah, anyone else in there? I think that's everybody. Yeah, that'll do. Right, guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. And remember, as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Rock and roll tomorrow. See you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.